very strange that for some reason that didn't come in through the sound on my side. Did it hit you?
Oh yeah, it hit us.
Yeah. Was it going off and on and off and on and off and on?
Yeah. Is your headset plugged in?
Yeah, I mean I can hear everybody, but holy hand grenades! I mean I wasn't getting anything.
Did you change your input for your computer or your output?
Yes, I did. It was amazing. So, welcome to the Galaxy's Edge podcast. My name is Walt, and joining us from down below and across and through, we're starting off with Dark Ops Daniel. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Sans the technical difficulties that we've been experiencing all night, apparently.
Right? But I got to say, god damn, that hat is sublime.
Right?
Nice.
Look at this.
Nice looking desert sand color. Oh, that's beauteous.
Yep. Carnival is out to get him.
Oh.
Well, he's going to stand out with that one.
Next up, we have Dark Ops 425, a rookie.
Even's on deck, dude. I'm doing great.
Really?
We had a big Halo reveal yesterday, so I'm doing good. Hence the new avatar.
Right on. Joining us for our featured Dark Ops Insider, we have 483 Tyrannus.
Hello.
Covering down on Nether Ops, we have Ingram Matt.
What's going on, mate? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, how we all doing?
Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. And then finally, author of The Reservist, J.R. Handley.
Good evening.
So we start off normally with our intro, which we already did and screwed up in royal fashion. And now going on to Discord discussion. What's going on for all that's fit to report in Discord?
Well, given the Rebellion dropped, I want to say, was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, it was a week before. That was tight.
Yeah, a lot of people have been enjoying the Kindle version because I believe Audible is coming September.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. But he also said today that they're going to have another release in September for his series, and that it was going to have they're going to be a simultaneous release, so audio and Kindle at the same time.
Yeah. So people have been finishing Rebellion and loving it. Let me see what else. There's been people just about every night, like I said last time, getting together, doing gaming groups. They've been playing Call of Duty, Divinity Original Sin 2. Me and Tyrannus were playing World of Tanks actually a bit ago, along with some Smite. So that was kind of fun.
Discovering how garbage I am, yeah.
But yeah, it's been the Discord's been pretty busy. I know some people have been watching either movies or animes, that good stuff. But yeah.
Right on. So what's everybody been talking up as far as the insiders go about book 3 in the Dark Operator series?
Let me see.
There's no fail. The insiders already got it, not last week, but the week before.
Yeah, honestly, one guy, he said it's his favorite of the 3 Dark Operator books out so far, and he says he can't really say much more without bordering on spoilers. But the book as a whole is phenomenal. But yeah, it's I guess another person was saying about up to the halfway point. It's I guess a little slow or something like that, or maybe hard to get into. But after that, it just hits off, and people are liking it a lot more as soon as they get past that point. But yes, if you do happen to for Rebellion, because it just came out, when you finish it, go and be kind and review, as Hanley says. I know he has it a lot more well said than I do, but yeah.
Please be kind and speak your mind.
You know you practice that shit in the shower, right? And that's why it's so polished.
I just say it a lot on my podcast. Every freaking episode, every week. So, golly gee whiz, Mr. Daniel, that sounds like a really good deal, this insider thing. Can you tell us how we can sign up too?
Oh, yes. Why, you head to galaxiesedge.us/subscriptions, and you just go and you click on your subscription option, you can either choose $10 a month or $100 a year. You save $20 by going $100 a year, but I don't know. I'm okay with giving them an extra $20. I think they deserve it. But yeah, you just click on the shop up there, and then boom, you're over at the subscriptions, and then bam, boom, bam, bop. You can even gift subscriptions to people.
Really?
You just get yeah.
Wowzer, that sounds like a great deal. Tell us more.
This sounds like a Twitch plug. Fucking that.
So on top of that, you get just so much stuff for being an insider. 1 second, I got my list. It's loading. All right, you got early access content, periodic freebies, monthly updates, special insider-only podcast that's going to be next week, and typically Jason, Nick, or Jason and Nick, or Jason, Nick plus somebody else, or all the authors could even come on if we ever get that lucky. But you can actually join in on that podcast and speak with the authors and ask your burning lore questions. You're financing the creation of an N4 based slug thrower in real life. That is something that they are working on. I don't know how far they are on that. Do you know, Walt?
It wouldn't be hard, number one, to do that, because basically you can just port that over a straight AR platform or one of the HK variants, maybe even one of the SIG variants. But I know that they had been working on it for the last year, and that there is some production in like production. So we could be seeing that soon.
But yeah. Let me see. You get listed on the honor roll at the end of each book. Actually, I think my name's in Galactic Outlaws up in my library. I think I noticed that. And you get a cool insider welcome letter, which I actually have. And sometimes you even get a Christmas card.
Hey, how about that?
No way.
Yeah, you didn't get a Christmas card. You obviously didn't sign up quick enough. But yeah. Oh, and the biggest thing is
maybe it actually gotten that for my Christmas gift, so that's probably why.
Yeah, one of the cool things that you do actually get from the shop is a 30% discount on most of the purchases through the shop. So like this hat. I don't know if this hat is posted, but I know the black version of the hat is posted, and the new desert tan version is posted. You also get stickers. You got patches. Oh my God, it's like I have to shill so much.
What was that, Walt? Show that again, Badger.
Hold on, I got you right here, buddy. Right here, it's one of my favorite books.
Service.
I didn't even get one of those. Golly gee.
It's my favorite bookmark, bro.
We talked to somebody about that, JR.
Yeah,
you
might want to talk to a guy about a guy.
I need a better agent. Walt, you're hired.
So you get discount merch, and on top of that, if you even do the server boost for the Discord, you get additional $5 a month coupon that you can use on the thing, so you can essentially get free shipping on stuff. So yeah. I think that's it for the the Insider Pros, and the only con that you have is that you're giving up money for some cool shit.
Yeah,
that's not even a con too. That's a fucking pro, in my opinion too. And but the whole gifting definitely works. I will vouch for that. I do giveaways for gifting all the time. I've given away 16 subs now, so it definitely works. So do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, and we did have one question from the YouTubes. Cozy Debtor wants to know if he's getting KTF Me and the sequel KTF Me Harder as an insider.
Tell him as soon as JR writes it'll come to him.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, I volunteered for that one. I'll take that bullet.
We need to do like
NSFW commissions are pretty lucrative.
We need to do like a 6 to 10 person StreamYard of all of us writing KTF Me at the same time.
And then you publish all of them as like a collection, a bundle, all 27 versions.
Nick just staring at it going,
what the hell just happened?
you know he would want to read it, but he'd be afraid to because like I'm just seeing the Masters and the Donks together. It'd be a beautiful romance. I'm just saying.
Yep, JR, you're fired.
I think he was fired already.
They fired me a few times. I just don't go away.
Yeah, I gotcha. So we're talking to our featured insider today, Tyrannus. Tyrannus, who are you and what's in your wanted poster?
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you mean? Who am I?
Oh, wow, we broke him. So if there's any personal information you want to tell us, like bank account numbers, your street address, what's the first?
Oh yeah, just PM me real quick.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. So, so what's on your wanted poster? What's Tyrannus like in real life?
Gun nut, crazy Alaskan. Like to live out in the middle of
Alaska.
nowhere.
Really, what part of Alaska?
Straight in the middle of Fairbanks.
Oh no doubt. That's tight.
I really want to visit Alaska.
Alaska's nice, unless it's snowing, in which case, screw that.
Yeah, it's about 10 months out of the year, so.
Right on. So yeah, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. What kind of shooting do you do? Do you do competitive 3-gun match? You just go to the range and blow stuff off, or do you have enough land to where as long as there's not a moose running in the way, you're good?
Oh no, I'll take the moose out too. No, I got enough land. I usually only go to the range if like buddies want to go because I don't like bringing people up to my house.
Right on.
I'm like that.
So,
but no, I don't.
Rifle or shotgun?
Sorry.
What's your jam?
Oh man, all of the above.
Right on. That is the correct answer. We were going to kick you out if you said anything otherwise. So how'd you get into GE?
By accident, actually. I was
my first girlfriend.
What?
I said that about my first girlfriend. It was by accident.
Nice. No, I kind of just stumbled upon was it X4, and then it popped up in my recommended on Audible. So I was like, fuck it, it looks pretty cool. So.
Have you read the whole thing?
I've read all of season 1 and The Reservist.
Right on. I hear. What do you call it? Even the writer of The Reservist didn't get one of these stickers. How do you feel about that?
That sounds like his problem.
Once again, that
savage.
Is the correct
I like
answer.
it. You just might be uplifted.
What's been your favorite book so far?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Right on.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I don't know. For me, actually, it's between. I think. Well, I was gonna say that, but I didn't. I didn't want to, sound like I was, being too nice because he's in here. But I was gonna say The Reservist or one of the last 2 in season 1.
Oh, right on. Yeah, those last 2 books were incredible.
Yeah.
They hit you in the feels in the Retribution, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Although I needed therapy after The Reservist. I was like, I think I have post-traumatic disorder. I need to talk to somebody.
Definitely one of the darker titles.
Right. So what about favorite characters? Do you have a favorite main character?
Oof. Probably be... Man.
I know, it's tough.
That is tough. I had to think about that.
We try not to judge if you give us the wrong answer.
No, you're probably gonna judge pretty hard. I don't know. No, I'd say between probably 50-50 toss up for me between Masters and Ford.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well,
Wraith.
Yeah, the Wraith. I just started re-listening to Series 1 again, and I'm halfway through book 1. And so I'm into the part where it transitions into Galactic Outlaws, and it's like, hold on 1 second, I'll go get Wraith, and then you get that magic moment where it's like, this is Wraith, and that's kind of funny because that's kind of cool because later on it becomes a running gag and it's just awesome. How about a favorite secondary character? I know everybody's favorite secondary character is Hogus, but
Yes.
If you had to pick, what would you say?
I think favorite secondary would be KRS.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, did you read the oh god no they're gonna take away my Galaxy's Edge card.
Are you gonna say Tin Man?
Yes.
I have not. That's actually on my next up.
Oh my god, it's so
The
good.
audio is a little moving.
Yeah.
Onion cutting ninjas.
Yes.
As to borrow your
Yeah, right on.
expression.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. So I'm excited. I just gotta finish up whatever I'm reading now, or whatever I'm listening to now. I got a 40K book on right now. So.
Oh really? What are you reading?
Oh,
And why is it Hell's Reach?
it's not Hell's Reach. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't actually enjoy Hell's Reach too much.
Really?
Yeah, the War of Armageddon for me is kind of meh.
All right.
Well, as long as you're reading a Dan Abnett book.
Hang
I
on,
hear I know a
scrolling-
guy who knows a guy.
I'm scrolling
Yeah.
through. It's Warlord,
Okay.
Fury of the God Machine. So
Right on. Yeah, we try not to judge much.
yeah, it's okay. Nobody
so-
really makes Krieg books, so I'm kind of left out.
Do you do Warhammer 40K on the side, like big armies, lots of rulers, guys with tons of caffeine addictions?
And dice.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Warhammer for 18 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. What kind of army do you run normally?
So it used to just be vanilla guard, and then I finally got enough money to, shovel over a small fortune to buy Krieg and Knights.
Right, because that's the thing too. Like you walk into one of those stores and it's like, oh yeah, I'd like one of these tiny little. Oh my god, how much is that?
Yeah, where you get the single models getting like $30 for them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
and then they're not even like glued together or painted. And somebody like
Pretty
that,
printer,
they'll cheat
mate.
it.
Print all the ones you ever need.
Yep. Did you get a 3D printer yet, Matt?
Oh, I've had one for over a year.
So when are you printing the Galaxy's Edge minis for us?
Oh, I got some. It depends. If you send me a carton of beer, I'll print you whatever you want. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Just give me your
I'll get
address right now.
Yeah,
Do you
I'll
have
get
the
the
FPL?
file.
I have his
42
address.
42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Did he eat the Subway sandwich you mailed him?
Oh, I haven't
No,
done
he
that yet.
hasn't sent it yet. I've been waiting for it. It's supposed to arrive, but he hasn't sent it yet.
So, for those wondering what's going on, I did this about 5 years ago. I sent a cryovac a Subway and sent it down interstate, and it got there pretty much in less than 24 hours. My mate ate it live on stream. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing, but preserve it even more, and I'm going to send it express international. I'll pay like $200 a postage. I don't care. I'm going to send it to Dan and see what happens.
He's going to eat it too on air.
Oh yeah, you better. Yeah,
Fantastic.
he better.
Oh my goodness.
But I really need to ask this question: where the hell is Unnabu? Unnabu? How do you say that? How do you say your own town name?
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't
even-
I thought you were talking about some country over in Africa. I was like, what are you talking about?
I thought he was trying to ask me how to pronounce some island in the Aleutians. Like,
Yeah.
No.
That's
Walla
a
Walla
good
Big
one.
Bang.
Oh my
How
God.
do you say that? Yeah. How do you say that?
Unumba. Or as we just say here, Unumba. Unumba.
Any second now, JR is going to make a Foster's joke. So when you're not running armies or shooting copious amounts of wildlife on your land, what else do you get into?
other than that, just video games and work. Oh, really, that's about it.
Right on, right on. All right. Well, we are going to transition using our. Oh, go ahead.
What do you
Daniel.
do for work?
Oh no.
I am a aircraft mechanic for the Army.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you're over at the base.
I am, yes.
Oh,
So
right.
he
on.
keeps
Not
the
for
whirly
much
birds
longer.
in the air.
Not for much longer.
What? Like, who am I talking to? Should I salute?
No, I'm only a specialist. You're good.
Oh. Right on.
But what do you usually
We're the
work
actual workers.
on? What do you work on? What kind of aircraft?
So I can do all of them, but right now I'm in an Apache unit.
Nice.
Right on. Do you get to fly around in any of them? Take them for a test drive?
Yeah, totally all the time. usually about Saturdays between 5 and 7.
Right
He's
on.
got the
Right
keys
on.
to him. They trust him.
You know, keep the nose cannon warm.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, a moose.
So as we transition into our blunt force segue to go into the Spiral News Network.
Hey, Walt,
Yes.
did you know what the official drink of the Apache helicopter was?
Oh God, not another dad joke. What is it?
Foster's.
We hate you.
Out.
I'm just surprised that Matt missed out on the blunt force segue that he could have made so much use of.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our blood force segue.
That was pretty good. We gotta. You're hired, man. You're hired. So
like
I don't know what you just said, but I might need a minute alone.
I just said, I think the world I'd like. All right, blood force segue.
So Forget Nothing is still ranking up there on Audible, doing very, very well. We had the cover for Dark Operator 3 was shown in the fan club. So if you're an insider, you already got your mitts on it. It's pretty interesting. And the great thing about the series so far is that each book kind of details a different aspect of a special forces unit. So in the first one, you have an advisory role, a single special forces operator in an advisory role. The second one is like the actual special forces mission, which is to advise indigenous forces, train them in the ways that we fight, and then allow them to fight for themselves. And then the third, from what I understand, because I'm not all the way through it yet, is direct action. So, special forces operators doing what they do, loading up with tons of bullets, bombs, and bad intentions, and going and making a mess of whatever it is that they're aimed at, which is pretty neat. So to kind of move things along, one of the things that's been going on is Doc Spears has been doing some like promotional stuff for the fan club, and he jumped in today to drop a video on everybody. I have that video here, and because it was on the fan club, we can share it and do all the cool stuff. Whoop, there we go. And here's Doc.
Hey, this is Doc Spears.
And I got no noise. Do you guys hear him?
We hear him.
I hear him.
Book 3, No Fail, is going to be out on Kindle and Audible, simultaneous release, we think, in September. Book 4, Exigency, not too long after that. But I thought while you're waiting, you might enjoy seeing what we actually do today at work. So let you listen in and see what we do, training live fire for sniper assaulter integration. You ready? You ready? Sniper set.
Traffic set, we're good.
This is Sniper Team Leader. Stand by for long count. Stand by for long count. I have control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rescue, rescue, rescue. Good job, Sniper. Low power. Shift to that 3-2 corner. Stay on that side. Keep eyes on containment while assault works. All right, let's go admin. Go ahead and
Let
clear.
traffic go.
Good job. Hey, that's what it looks like. Hope that was something that gave you some enjoyment. Get caught up on book 1 and 2, Dark Operator, and look forward for the next installments. Thank you very much.
So that's pretty slick, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. And Tyrannus, just so you know, the reason why he doesn't have his Rona mask, but everybody else needs to wear the Rona mask, is because the Rona is afraid of Doc Spears, and with good reason. I mean, have you read his books?
So yeah, that's pretty interesting way of using a designated marksman or a long range precision shooter or sniper, if you will, to support troops on the ground by making those sentries kind of poof and go away, and then letting everybody else kind of do what they have to do on the ground, and they're not worried about coming up into an ambush by somebody else. So that's pretty damn cool. If you notice that he announced the title for book 4 in there, which was, it sounded like he said Exigent Seed, or it could be Exigent Seat. I don't know. I'm gonna have to hit him up on the face-based group and see exactly what he said. But if he continues with this, the way that he's been going, where each book details a different aspect of special forces missions, I think they're going to have a really big hit in their hands, not just in the mill sci-fi community, but in the thriller community as well. What do you guys think?
I think that's a lot to work with, actually. I think that could be a lot of titles, and that could go on for a while. And because you also have different roles in each team. If Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon has taught me anything, you've got no, you have different roles in every team, and it's like, and I won't spoil anything from the books, but the first book, is all about advisory status, and then like you said, and what's funny too is from books 2 and 3, just from the cover art alone and the titles, I could guess. I'm like, so I could guess what the books are going to be about, like you said. But you could honestly focus on one aspect of the team mentality too, like the breacher, the guy who's on support. You could the shooter, kind of like how what was it, Strikers War had for a short time with the shooter.
Well, the thing about it, anytime you're dealing with not so much in the Dark Ops community, but in the Special Forces community, an ODA is made up of kind of like it's a primary and a backup in every single role. So you got your 18 series Alpha, which is going to be your officer. He's supported by a warrant officer underneath him. Then you got the 18 Bravo guys; those are your weapon guys. Charlies are your engineers. You got the Echoes, who are the those guys are the communications guys, and then you have the Deltas that are your medic. Right, so totally you got a 12-man team made up of a bunch of different redundancies of people who are primary in the role and then secondary in the role, and they can switch off and on depending on what's going on. Especially, if you're. I just started reading the comments. I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, the great thing about an ODA is that in how all of those different jobs come together so that you can teach an indigenous force how to stand up against tyranny and kind of bring their own freedom or their own way of doing things to their country versus having to suffer under with somebody's foot on your neck. What do you guys think about that?
Wow, I think you said all the words. Bueller.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that's just so dense with what he had that I'm actually going to be, because normally I just do audio right now, but I'm going to set aside some time to actually just read it. I even recharged my Kindle for it, which has been languishing because that's one of those ones, like some books you just need to read, I think. So that's going to be one of them for me.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff in there as far as I can see the series going forward. And I know in one of the previous shows, he said that he had a little bit more planned. So it's pretty cool that there's plenty enough to go there as like a side series for when we're waiting for mainline Galaxy's Edge. So the big news that we got today, especially in the insiders, what in God's name? It looks like what the hell?
Nice link, bro.
I'm locking
it's his Bitcoin wallet address. Everyone just send some Bitcoin, please.
I'll find a better URL.
Sure.
So big news that we got today was
I got one for you. There you go.
I'm afraid.
At first I was afraid. I was petrified.
Oh, yes.
Pretty much. So the big news that we got today was that the insiders got their hands on the episode 1 television script for Galaxy's Edge. So have you guys had any chance to pursue this yet or peruse this yet?
I've gone through the first 15 pages, but I was waiting to do this. And oh yes, oh yes.
You needed a minute alone, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's yes. That's all I'm saying. Yes, yes.
So I know that I know we've talked about this before, but Matt, since you've read it, which actor would you pick for Chun?
Oh, this is actually a hard one. We had this discussion a while back.
Danny DeVito.
No, him for Bear, definitely, or Masters. Can you imagine Danny DeVito KTF me?
Oh, I had a list of people. It's hard to choose. Like there's a few of the main characters. They're hard to choose. They're actors. There's so many good ones I can picture. Like I've got this weird mashup amalgamation in my head of all these actors. I'm like, old mate, but yeah, I couldn't tell you. It's because the other ones I'm thinking of are a bit too old. The others are a bit too young. But actually, I'll try and find the photo of him. Everyone else answer while I find this photo.
You think Sam Witwer might be a little bit too non-Asian? Because, he after Battlestar Galactica, I see that he could rock the shaved head look pretty well.
All right, so first, dear listener, if you're listening after the fact, be sure to comment in the replies who you think could be the various actors and actresses for your keystone characters.
Yeah, because when I think of Chun, I think of Daniel Wu from Into the Badlands.
All right, I got one for you. I just gotta find the actor's name.
I mean, I'm seeing Rookie could pull it off. I bet Rookie's got the acting chops.
Jason Scott Lee.
Yeah.
Jason Scott Lee. He's a little older.
I'm not good at acting
nowadays.
my favorite characters.
Yeah, Jason Scott Lee's a little bit older nowadays. He's I think he's in his 40s or 50s now, and Chun would probably be early 30s or late 20s.
I was thinking 50, of him in Soldier. Where skinhead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he looked good.
Yeah.
Right. So, but the thing I liked about the script is it combines elements from a lot of the different books to make a cohesive, TV, like for that one particular episode.
Yeah, even the first page and a half, whatever, like that. I'm like, yeah, they've taken that elsewhere. Yeah,
right. You know what I'm talking about, right? When I'm saying that different sources, I don't want to. I don't want to give it away because that would suck for when people actually get their hands on it or actually watch the show. But I just really like the way that they put the script together based on the different sources that they took, and it's just like, damn, that's cool as hell. So yeah, definitely when you get your hands on it, really dive deep because they did a fantastic job.
So apparently Kenneth Foster does not think I have a secondary career in music after my little demonstration. He said probably an acquired taste. He hasn't had his fifth whiskey yet.
We'll set up more singing opportunities for you. So as of today, we played our 8th session of Assault on Warden, where the Legionnaires are playing through various game styles run by Mr. James Ward of Dungeons & Dragons fame. And we're going to be transitioning to a D&D style game per Nick's request. And so if people want to get in on that, see that, it might wet your whistle for the upcoming Forgotten Ruin title that they're doing, which is just, oh my God. It's supposedly going to drop very, very soon to insiders. So when you get it, you need to tear into this book. It's going to be pretty badass. But with that being said and done, I want to get into our feature discussion for tonight. And that's WOMADs, also known as WMDs, MOABs. So basically weapons of mass destruction. And there's a couple of them in Galaxy's Edge. There's a couple that are just like holy crap. So of course, these are small explosions that you're seeing here up on the screen. And even with a 300-foot explosion, you can see that shockwave just rip across the desert and just slap those guys right in the MRAP. What did you guys think when you started seeing like weapons of mass destruction showing up in the books?
Didn't they drop a Moab in Iraq in like 2016?
Yes,
I think it was.
did.
I think it was Afghanistan, wasn't it?
Yeah,
On
well, they
what?
did both countries.
Oh, yeah.
Moab is a mother of all bombs.
No, yeah.
Yep.
On what? What did they drop it on?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I remember it now. It was that airfield.
No,
Yep.
one was a cave.
One was a cave and the other one was an airfield.
Oh.
They dropped something bigger when we were there in 05, but it wasn't Moab. It was big though. We felt it.
Hell yeah!
I
But
just remember the news kept on saying like, we just dropped the biggest bomb short of a nuclear one. I'm like, stop putting nuclear in all your titles. Stop.
All right, so real quick for acting,
Nuclear.
Walt, Matt
Yeah.
Best of Black Rifle Coffee as EXO, and maybe that means we get a coffee deal. Cozy Debtor.
Time.
I salute you, sir.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Black Rifle Coffee needs its own Galaxy's Edge themed flavor. That would be pretty awesome.
Are you gonna
From-
get on that?
from-
Because if not, I'm gonna hop on the channel and get a hold of Matt Best.
Yeah, do it. I don't have
Get
the
it.
connections.
Ooh,
You do.
we need a KTF roast of some
We do.
kind.
So from Discord, Eternal Fiver, he says Keanu Reeves, which I think could potentially work, but I was
too.
actually thinking as Chun, I believe. I want to guess.
I don't know. You know, if Keanu Reeves is gonna do it after seeing Tai Chi Master, I think I would love to see him as X.
Oh,
As X.
Yeah.
I think adding Keanu Reeves to Galaxy's Edge would
X
make
is
it
a
a
really
little.
old man though.
I mean, it'd be very breathtaking.
X
Yeah, I
is
mean-
supposed to be bald though, isn't he?
No, but I think adding Keanu Reeves would make it, too wholesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen John Wick?
So
Yeah,
it would
so
make you want to
wholesome.
drop a Moab on it.
Oh,
No. I just, give it a different atmosphere is all.
Right on. Well, Keanu Reeves, I think would make an excellent bad guy for Galaxy's Edge. I think it would be just like
oh wait, he's typing. I may have misunderstood what he was saying. But yeah, my other toss in for a younger Chun or younger actor that could play Chun would be Will Yun Lee, who was Kovacs in Ultra Carbon.
yes, he'd be
Oh.
awesome.
I don't know why I didn't think about that. I literally just rewatched Altered Carbon because Sphinx wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, he hates the show version of that.
Yeah, what did he read the books first?
Yeah.
I read the books first too. The show's good. I like the show. Like,
What'd you
I know
think of
it's
the second
different.
season?
Look, it had its issues. It did, but it was still pretty good.
It's a good side story. It's kind of like
yeah, precisely.
if we're gonna talk about, I guess another example would be an anime, Full Metal Alchemist. The original version of that show, it actually went off on a separate tangent because
Right.
the manga fell behind, and so they're like, well, we still gotta come up with a show, and they came out with a pretty good show. By figuring out what they could do for a plot, but when the manga finished, they re-released another version of the show.
Yeah.
The best version.
That's kind of like how I've heard the same kind of feedback about The Expanse. Like I hear The Expanse books are really good, and then I hear the show. Like people also say that the show's really good, but then it's like I've never read the books, but now that the conversation's been had, it's like, well, now I have to check it out. Like Sphinx kept on talking about after season 2. I was like, now I'm sure he's probably right. So I have yet to pick them up, but I do enjoy the show as somebody who's never read it.
So speaking of going back to the books versus other forms of media, in the fourth book, we get to see the moon of Tarago, and we get to see JR's favorite character. What do you guys think about that canon?
He needs a promotion in his own book series.
Yeah, his book series of him talking about how crappy his coworkers are and how they're always slacking. And he's always just like, all right, well, I'll just
Not my fault. Offices
shit
don't
up.
work. Okay.
I don't know about you. I could listen to that if he gets more scenes like the one that he did in An Attack of Shadows. I mean, that guy's got some spirit.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. And using the cannon the way he did.
The Trigo cannon. I'm going to say the same thing I'd say about every weapon of mass destruction, as I do with every game and every book and everything I read, whatever like that. If this weapon is capable of glassing everything within a 50-kilometer radius, I'm sold. I crave the orgy of destruction. I love it. Even when I play Command and Conquer or other games like that, I always rush, they're useless in the new ones. I always rush nukes. I just want to destroy the living shit out of everything I see. So
Really, I thought you were a Grand Cannon kind of guy.
I'm banned from playing strategy games with my friends because I always rush super weapons.
Kill everything. Let them sort it out afterwards.
So Cozy Debtor is on a roll. He says Walt Robillard, otherwise known as DO505 Badger, as X.
I could see that.
And now for my blunt force segue, since we've had a string of episodes where we didn't talk about the topic, can we talk about how badass it is till we can see things go boom? So Major Thales, he deserves his own book. That is the purpose of today's episode. Jason, Nick, get on that. I'm done.
Yeah, but he did some damage with that cannon in that book.
Yeah, he did.
Like wrecked some dudes. It was like, damn, you go. But like going back to Matt's point about like, oh man, I just want to glass the hell out of everything.
Absolutely.
Did anybody else's blood run cold when in the first Savage Wars book, the talk of what a trigger nuke does?
See my picture that I previously posted. I'll drop that in the YouTube.
But like, I mean, just think about it. Every model excited to absolute intensity before it explodes and then ignites the molecule next to it until the entire planet burns to a crisp.
They also have the Crust Busters, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, the Crust Busters. Yep. Yeah, we saw those in book 3. But yeah, like holy crap! There's just some crazy stuff.
I like railguns. I'm a fan of railguns.
Yeah,
Railguns and asteroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. From wait,
Bombardment.
wait a minute. So did you read the second Dark Operator book?
No, I was just throwing out orbital asteroids as a weapon. I didn't realize I was actually in there somewhere.
We're not asking for any reason. Please don't continue this string of questioning.
So like, but yeah, in the second Dark Operator book, they use orbital kinetic weaponry.
I dig that.
And the way they did it is pretty damn cool. But it just goes to show you once again how a special forces operator might be thinking outside the box and less conventional than more conventional forces.
Does the chiasm, is that how you say it? Does that count as a weapon of mass destruction? Chiasm. Does that count as a WMD?
The boat itself, or the bomb they used to detonate it?
The boat itself. Boom!
Well, they turned the boat into a bomb, so
yeah.
I mean, it laid some waste to some desert. I'm just saying.
Would that be 2 WMDs then?
Oh,
yeah,
no, don't you can't just show this. I'm not ready.
I'll be in my bunk.
Do you want me to back up again?
Yes, please.
All right. So
I want it to be slow mode.
What we're looking at here is that's a railgun of a railgun. So hyperkinetic dart fired by electromagnetics. This particular railgun round you see is moving at 4,500 miles per hour at 75 miles per second.
It's just casually strolling through. It's like,
the thing about these
walking my way downtown.
Steel plates, don't care.
Yeah, it's basically a Sabo round, and the gliding material is jettisoned on the firing of the bolt. But I mean, basically, you're talking at something that's moving at 15 kilometers per second. So it's not 15, 7 to 10 kilometers per second, depending on the wind, airspeed, barometric pressure, stuff like that.
There you go, Walt. Check that out. This is a really old video, this one, but this it's not so much on the tier of super weapons or WMDs, but this is a technology that we Aussies made that our own military refused to use, and those blokes smartly sold it to the Americans and made a lot of money. This is called, for those who are wondering, this is the Metal Storm, and it gets up to a million rounds a second. I think it is.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's a million rounds.
You got a video?
Yeah, it's in the private link.
You just dropped it. All right. I remember the first railgun footage I saw. It looked like they fired a cinder block out, and it kind of came out of the whatever you want to call it. I don't want to call it the barrel, but like it came out the same way that the Sabo round did, just like unperturbed, its flight was consistently sustained. I just remember it looked like a brick, and it was flying. It was flying through objects perfectly, though. It wasn't tumbling. It wasn't doing anything. It was just kind of casually like, there's an object in my way. Who knew?
Yeah, I've seen this weapon system.
It goes like, I just love the fart noise it makes towards the end. It's great.
30,000 rounds per minute.
Holy garbage!
Right.
It goes up and up. Like they do stages.
Have you got the sound on?
I do have the sound. Hold on, we'll play that.
I love this. I love this.
Hold on 1 second. Let me stop and then restart.
Well, while you're doing that, Kenneth Foster had another good one. He said, "I feel sorry for some poor sap in a ship 50 light years away when the railgun misses in space, just tooling along and then bam."
Right.
Somewhere at some time, you are ruining someone's day.
Because Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest motherfucker in space.
Yes, he is.
We do not eyeball it.
Well, it's like
That was glorious.
Million rounds time. It's like a shot.
And then it will be made by the lowest bidder from the House of Reason, and it will explode in your face.
Or jam. It just jams a lot.
Oh, this looks like it's. Oh my god.
That's so nice.
What's it punching through? Is that just 2x4?
That looks like doors.
Yeah, I think those are doors.
That's incredible. That's just nasty.
Screw you, drywall.
Yeah, right.
You in the house 3 doors down.
It shoots through school.
Well, see, this guy, this guy Scott on YouTube got it. He says it sounds like a colony of ants farting.
Yeah.
We salute you, Scott. Well done.
But the what do you call it? The railguns in Galaxy's Edge that they talked about also gave way to some mini railgun action produced in Takeover. Did you guys read Takeover?
Yes,
I listened to that one.
I did not.
And so in Takeover, we start seeing hybridized weapons, which is like a bridge between like a railgun and a true energy weapon, like a blaster. And they're devastating. The way they talk about the wound tracks and the damage it does to people after they pull the trigger is just nasty. What did you guys think when those appeared in Takeover? I mean,
reminded me a lot of Mass Effect. Mass Effect's weapons kind of work the same way. Where it's sorry, man, I'm sure you're.
No, that's you go.
But like if you listen to the codex, if I'm remembering this correctly, like you don't reload weapons in the first Mass Effect. The thing is that you basically just have a block of the ammunition source inside.
And it shaves it off.
And it shaves it off, and it fires like this grain of sand at you at like 1,000,000 miles per second.
Yeah, it's it's a massive block of whatever material. I think they were saying like it's like tungsten, and it's suspended in like a element 0 field within the gun.
Right, because you can actually switch out what kind of ammunition you use, like incendiary. Then there's like the tungsten rounds, or this and that to do different damage. But although in Takeover they do have a mag that gets loaded in, if I remember correctly.
And I think it'd be a little bit closer to Mass Effect 2 in that case, wouldn't it? Because they move away from shaving off the tungsten. Stop barking, dogs.
So I already think I know where you're going with this, and that's
but it goes to the heat clip.
It's like yes and no. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say though the thermal clips they're using in 2 are just to vent the heat from the gun.
Right.
Yep.
It was like I think they kind of rationalized it in Mass Effect 3 as like cost efficiency or just like efficiency of some kind.
Yeah.
And on part with the gun. So like the gun still has that same kind of loading system, but it's just I guess I don't know. They made the switch for gameplay purposes, and then they just kind of made an explanation for it. But yeah, it's you're really just picking up like heat sinks for the gun.
Yeah.
So
It was a bad reasoning for their mechanic change, but
right.
So
when
what
in
did you guys
doubt,
think
we have the
of,
crux and space magic.
Well, for the takeover weapons, I like to, for a different reason, like minor spoilers here, by the way, minor 3, 2, 1, because of the fact it's after Article 19, it's at that whole galaxy where it's just shit's just crazy, and they're trying to make do it. I love that. The Wild West element of it. I'm like, yeah, boy.
The chaos, yeah.
Yeah,
we
to
did like that.
hell with to hell with House of Reason standards and galactic legal. Oh, it's like we're going in that direction now.
Like the AK
the first
from
thing they
Elysium.
do
We're
is they
busting
hand
out the
it to
war crime
Coubs.
sticks.
Yeah, the first thing they do is hand those weapons to the Coubs. What'd you guys think when that happened?
Oh,
Dude, and
2
their
seconds.
space
I'm gonna go kill Stalks.
AK-47s.
Be right back.
it is. It's the Space K-47. It really, actually, that's what I thought the PK-9A was, sort of. But
But yeah, the what do you call it? In Takeover, it was a really unique kind of like backdoor underside shady PMC kind of deal, and to see that it's just like I'm like, oh wow, this is like Fast and Furious in space.
the scariest part of it.
Not the movie.
I got that reference. I got that because I remember we found the one rifle. It was up on a highway or something like that, or Mexico found the one rifle and it had the numbers on it, like the serial numbers from that deal, and I was like, oh man. But
Mexico.
the scariest part of it for me was the fact that he handed it to an Elder Coob chieftain, and the ease at which he was able to actually land the hits that he did, like just because of its targeting system and everything. I was like, oh, this is bad. And then the real head on the chopping block for me was when he goes, "This could punch through modern Legion armor," and I'm like, that's foreshadowing if I've ever heard it. You sick bastard.
Yeah, it's
All
just
I'm
like,
saying is he makes a comeback.
don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, he said it. That's it. You know, his fate is sealed.
Dogs will be on the ascendancy.
But I mean, there was so much to like about that. But then when those Coubs got their hands on those guns, I was like, oh no.
They give the big die.
Yep, absolutely. So as we're winding down the toward the end, how about some final thoughts about some of the weapons of mass destruction? Because nobody talked about the fact that at the end of book 1, we get a flashback with Tyrus Rex. And a force field and some nastiness that he did while inside that force field.
That's because it wasn't on the outline, duh.
Real nice, JR. Thanks.
So I want to know what happened, though, because we don't see those again, do we? I don't remember the force fields coming up. Not the trigger nuke, the force field.
Oh, for modern Legion armor?
Oh, you're talking about book 1. You're talking about Legionnaire. That was an orbital thingamajig, wasn't it? Or was that a? Yeah,
he got some orbital bombardment, but then when they were trying to escape at the very end, he set off a nuke to kind of cover his tracks.
Oh, Romula.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but giving those weapons to the Coubs might have been a bad idea.
On the topic,
not equipping your legionnaires first, as opposed to the forces you're trying to help, or it's just.
I'm just saying, blowback is the thing.
Right on. Now, before we skip town, I just want to know, Tyrannus, as a card carrying member of Warhammer 40K fan club.
Yes.
Did you see Astartes?
I did.
What did you think?
It was absolutely amazing.
Brilliant, right?
Yes.
Oh
And
my god.
if Games Workshop proceeds legal action with this guy like they do with every other fan-based media, I'll probably get my pitchfork out.
Yeah, it's got like several million hits. It's that good.
Yeah, but they shut down the Lord Inquisitor, and that was on
Wait,
like the
so
same.
that's fan made. That wasn't.
Oh yeah, that's
fan-made.
fan made.
Yeah.
Star Trek does that too. They go out hard after their fans that make content.
Well,
It's same
GW.
as
The
sorry.
House of Mouse, I heard, does that too.
Hell yeah.
Boo.
The
Don't cuss in our presence.
the Game Freak does what Nintendo goes for all their there's a fair game which I really love it. It's actually one of the best games I've played called Pokemon Uranium. It's actually a really good game.
Oh yeah.
Where
yeah.
they worked for 9 years on this, right? Like on and off from their school projects to coming to adulthood and then working on it from their jobs. DMCA legal threats within 48 hours. Same as Metroid remake, the fan one. Yep. You think fans are doing this? They always said it's not for profit. They're doing it because they love it, and they even approached and said, "Hey, we're doing this. You know, we will support you. Something chronic." They're like, "No, mate, I hate you. I hate my fans, but give me your money." That's what they're like.
The same thing happened with that Halo game, didn't it? Like, it was the fan-made Halo.
Yes and no. The thing was, like, I remember the studio. I didn't get the full statement from the guy from from Dorito when he was from El Dorito when he was working on it. But
El Dorito, I still have that.
yeah, you know, it is still out there. I think you can still get it. It's just that like the servers were shut down for some reason, and it wasn't.
Sorry, here.
Yeah, no, they didn't exactly get a DMCA. It was something else. I cannot remember what it was, but they specifically kept trying to say, "Don't call it a DMCA. That's not what we got." But
They probably just got asked politely.
yeah,
It's all understood that people were pissed off because they released Halo 3 multiplayer for everybody in Russia, and the PC gamers over here in the US are just like,
right.
the fuck?
Everybody was like, wait, what? I think, I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind that. Microsoft has been for years had this stint where they were just like doing all kinds of weird shit. But yeah, right.
I got my OG PC version. I've played for years.
You can extract the files from that and upload that up on the internet and just be like, hey guys, here's a link to free Halo CE. Microsoft will not raise a finger. And it's like,
yep. They don't care.
With the Halo 3 El Dorito version too, for us streamers, it is an instantaneous bannable offense to stream it, as I found out.
Really?
I think that's Twitch. I think that's also Twitch at work.
That's Twitch. Yeah, Twitch and Microsoft, them working together for that. Because a good mate of mine, he had something like 150,000 followers on that. He's partnered and everything. Streamed it within 10 minutes. He got shut down.
Hey,
yeah,
Dan,
but at the same time, though, you then have installation 01 that's like being worked on from scratch with like the Unreal Engine, and it's like, and even 343 staff are kind of like, hey, that's pretty cool. Keep doing that. And I'm like, what was with this one thing? What was it because you kind of took their coding? But I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey Dan, I was going to say, if you
right?
really want me to flex, I'm searching through my case right now, but I've got both versions of the original CE Halo with the Warthog on the cover flipped, both directions.
Oh yeah.
The old misprint.
Nice. I didn't know they had a misprint. I only got that version, and I think it was probably when I was, oh geez, when did this version come out? Because it was at least a year or so after.
Yeah, I want to say it was in 2002.
How old were you, Dan?
All right. Well, I'm 28 right now. And
Baby.
if you subtract 18 years, I was 10, right?
Wow.
Do you need a calculator or
I feel so old.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was born in 92. So how does it feel old?
I'm thinking, I was like, come on.
Kick that kid out of the stream. Wipe the milk off his chin and let's move on.
Oh, I feel attacked.
Joke's on you. I'm lactose intolerant.
I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna need a minute. Somebody else will have to throw them out because I got to go get new tennis balls for my walker.
Don't worry, Daniel's just being colicky. Just throw him back in the crib. We'll be okay.
Right on. So, anybody got anything before we kill the lights, lock up the door, and go run for the pub?
So when is the next playtest for the Galaxy's Edge RPG trials?
I'm putting. No, we're gonna postpone because I have to. Yeah, I have to put some things together. So more on the miniature side. So I want to make sure I give you guys the best game possible. So it'll probably be this coming week. So that way, but I want to get like plenty of, because this one's going to be like Featherhead action, and I want you guys to have like really cool ships. So
Okay.
Yeah, the RPG is coming along. When we have our insider show next week, we'll talk a little bit more about it, just because I managed to connect to some role-playing game rock stars, and we got some good things on the horizon. So that's
not to mention we got to talk about the special release that happened literally was it 5 hours ago by our Lord and Savior Jason, who gave us a special insider bonus.
Right on. Yeah, because but yeah, we're going to talk about that on the show next week, and I'll see who we can wrangle as far as from the inner circle to get that person right seated in the seat, and hopefully we can milk them for everything they're worth and not be lactose intolerant in the process. So
I just remembered Meet the Parents.
Yeah. Can you milk me, Greg?
Smoke pot, Fockers?
Right. So, guys, we want to thank everybody for coming out. Tyrannus, thanks for coming out and talking a bit about what it's like to shoot caribou with a 25 millimeter coaxial.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's 30 millimeter, by the way.
Oh, is it 30 millimeter?
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, actually.
Actually.
I only put my glasses up.
All right, give us a send off. Give us a send off. It's been too many weeks.
Quickly.
Okay.
Next week's podcast will be my last one for a while. I am on Sear Course 40, and I will be outfield getting chased by everything. So I will probably drop up.
Dingoes.
Yeah, the whole lot. So I'll drop up to about 10 kilos just from that easily. It's going to be full on. So yeah, you probably won't see me all of August. After that is my next 24 to 36 hour charity stream, which will have 10 giveaways of insider subs as well included. Wow. The game is yet to be decided at the moment though, and this is going to throw people right back. It'll be Elite 2 in its entirety.
Okay.
If not though, we're going to be doing some surprise games. It won't be Elite Dangerous Scale where I'm flying for 27
It'll be
hours
speed Halo.
Well, possibly.
We'll do CNC and you can let me beat you again.
About that.
No,
the
he
charity
definitely
show
carried me.
will either be Mission 22 again, or it'll be an Australian one this time. So stand by on that. Anyway, that's me for self-promotion. Looks like follow subscribing right now. Authorised by Australian Government Canberra. Most things fuck, but cousins give me speed. Up to you.
I have no idea what he just said, but
the government ads where they talk really fast at the end, and then you're like, authorised by Washington Government, America.
Yeah.
Like that.
Right on. All right, so Matt, take us out.
Boom, bim, bim, bam, boom. Thank you, everyone, for joining KTF Harder, brothers and sisters, and we'll see you next week for the insider stuff.